Hey everybody, well guess what? This is a doggone long weekend, isn't it? Okay, and as you can tell, Kirby knows it's a doggone long weekend. And there, do you know what Kirby just ate? It's called an Ocean Essential, okay? And Ocean Essentials are, they will absorb into the body 400% more than fish oil, krill oil, any type of oils like that, okay? You can check them out. They're called Ocean Essentials. They're great for humans and they're great for pets. Today I've got Kimberly on the line with us, and I also have Debbie, and they're both from Florida. Hi guys.
Hi. Hi, Doc.
How you doing?
We're great.
So we did a video this weekend with Kirby and Rami. Rami is from Texas, and Rami has a Doc of Detox kind of clinic here, don't you?
I do.
She's got a Cellsonic. She does Wolf Non-Surgical. She does Perfect Day Consultations. And where do you live?
I live in Salina, Texas.
Salina, just outside of Prosper, Texas, which is about an hour north of
Dallas, Texas.
That's right. And at the end, I'm going to have Rami put her phone number up and mention it, so you people that live around here, whether you want to work on humans or you want to work on pets, understand something. Whether you're talking about medical doctors for humans or veterinarians, they do the same kind of work. Emergency care. So if you want to take your pets to emergency care, then your pets are going to be in an emergency. Okay, and understand something. Did you ever take a look at the food that veterinarian doctors want to give your pets? There could be a clue there, everyone. It's not much better than an Oreo cookie. Okay, but it's science diet, isn't. Follow the science? No. It's the same old processed food that they're trying to shove down our throats as well. Debbie has got a story she wants to tell because she's been working with Emmett, her dog, well, both her dogs, and Emmett actually had cancer and they wanted to put Emmett down. Did you know that? Yeah. Anyways, and there's Emmett right there, as you can see, everyone. Now, she's going to tell you a little story about Emmett, but she's also working with another dog, and guess what? They're even doing the ultimate coffee enema on this other dog. I mean, are we talking about crazy people? Okay. Go ahead, Debbie.
So, it began the end of June with Emmett, and for the last, 6 to 9 months, I've been noticing changes with him, but he...
What kind of changes were you noticing with Emmett? Like when he was starting to get sick? How old is Emmett? 14?
14 and a half.
Okay, and when you got him, how old was he?
He was 6 and a half.
And what was he being fed? What was he being fed before you got him?
He was being fed kibbles and bits, green, red, processed food. And he weighed about 17 pounds when he should be 10 to 11 pounds.
Okay, so that would be what, everyone? You already know this, 6 to 7% inflammation. And guess what? 80% of this dog was infection and inflammation. So why wouldn't he have mutation and get cancer, Debbie?
Well, through the years, yeah, he did. And we ended up with him getting sick, vomiting, very lethargic, into the emergency care. And they found a blood sugar of 462, and then they also did an ultrasound.
Can I break in for a second? Now understand, everyone, they found a sugar of how high?
462.
Okay, and what would normal be?
In the low 100s.
Okay, so does everybody know that he wasn't getting sugar? That actually it wasn't sugar, it was actually an acidic body. Because over the years, okay, all right, he was getting fed all of this processed flour and sugar, and it all leaves a vibration behind, and that vibration, when he gets sick, is going to look like he was on a sugar diet, and he wasn't, was he?
No.
Not at all.
I mean, he was on processed food for most of it, half of his life.
Okay, so understand something. Everything you eat has a frequency, and that frequency goes into the body. Okay, and that frequency made it look like he had a high sugar level because he is taking in sugars. Understand, every one of you that you stress yourself out, you drive your sugar levels up through the roof. Every one of you that you stress your pets out, you drive their sugar level through the roof. But that wasn't the case. When Emmett was getting fed all of these processed sugars and flours, okay, it set him up for this type of frequency. So what happened is before Emmett got with the cancer, you were giving him nutraceuticals, but you did not front end load him with all of these nutraceuticals like you're doing now when that happened, correct? Can you go through the story a little bit about the infrared? Go back to the infrared.
So in the few months before that, we noticed that he started itching. He was trying to bite the lower half end underneath his ribs all the way back to his tail. So he was very itchy. His fur changed. He was becoming smelly.
Can I say something? Has anybody ever went to a nursing home? It smells like soap and pepperoni. And that's because people are oozing out because they've been pooping in their pelvis for 60, 70, 80 years. And Emmett was pooping in his pelvis. And believe it or not, his lymph system, his liver, and his bowels were backed up. And his kidneys were shutting down. Okay, go ahead.
So we did, I put him on, this is before he just was showing some symptoms. So we put him on some nutraceuticals, and we did the non-surgical work to his spine, to his hips, to his head, and he improved. He was doing well, and then...
Can I say something, Debbie? Everybody,
yes.
If you go into my library at detoxlibrary.com, you're going to see it's the pet guide. You're going to see all the videos of us doing non-surgical, using the elbow, pulling the scar tissue apart, decalcifying his spine, his hips, up around his neck, his head. Right, Debbie?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and he had dramatic, results with doing the non-surgical. It really calmed him. The itching really decreased a lot, and he was sleeping through the night. He was at the point where he wasn't able to even sleep, and I wasn't able to sleep because he wasn't sleeping. But we got that under control. And then
Is Emmett still with you? Is Emmett still in your lap or no?
Yes, he is.
Can you please hold him up every couple of minutes? Because new people are coming on.
Okay, here
There's
he is.
Emmett, everybody. Okay, all right?
So anyway, basically, the day that we had the incident happen, he went from perfectly okay in the morning to, it was just like a switch. Something flipped in the afternoon, and he went just into a very lethargic state. It was like his body just, boom, shut down. So, we took him into the emergency vet that night at like midnight, and they hydrated him and, stabilized him. And they did, I was not there, because of all these restrictions. They still have certain areas that you can't go into. So I had to leave him there. He did end up getting one dose, and I don't know that we ever discussed this because when we talked before, but he did get one dose of antibiotic in the emergency thing, and they also did a culture and sensitivity on his urine. So he follows up, he gets swapped over to my regular vet in the morning, and that's where they do the ultrasound, and they found large masses on both of his adrenal glands.
Okay, so everyone, so understand this, between the 7 years of sugar and kibble and the science diet, okay? And here, sweetie, here's a treaty, just like we do to our kids, okay? That accumulates, so you need to go in and do a really good detox on your pets, like you would on yourself. If Emmett was 7 years old, that means he was 50 years old. And at 50, Emmett needed to have a good detox, but he didn't do that yet, did he? Not really. You changed his diet, but you didn't go deep.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
And even, when he started having all the issues was when I actually was waking up and learning everything that you were teaching me. And I have been in the medical field for all of my life. You know, I'm a nurse practitioner and I'm a retired fire captain. So I have been, you know, in the medical field, and I know more in the last year than I have in the past 30 years of my life. So, basically...
They wanted to put Emmett down, didn't they?
Yeah, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, my vet calls me up and he says, well, you know, this is what they found were the masses and we can do surgery. And if I said, well, we're not doing surgery on a 14-and-a-half-year dog. And then he says, well, some people may even consider to put the dog down at this point. And I said, I'll be there in a few minutes to pick my dog up. And he said, okay. So I picked Emmett up on Friday afternoon about 4 o'clock, and I brought him home and right into the room with my Cellsonic, and we started Cellsonicking him. And so we started doing, 100 pulses on each side over the adrenals. And let's see, he was pretty out of it the first day, but within 3 days, by Monday morning, he was, I'd say he was about 70 to 80% better. It was just a quick, drastic turnaround like that, really quick.
Debbie, I'm just going to tell them what it is. The Cellsonic, everyone, is the most powerful energy medicine device on the planet. It really is. It's 25,000 volts put into a field harmonic. That means that your cells are actually getting it as 25,000 volts, but you're not getting it as 25,000 volts where you're going to go zzz, 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 but your cells are, and it instantly it'll turn off stage 4 inflammation. I hope you know what I'm talking about. And then it'll also decalcify the mitochondria from the dog being so acidic. Any place you find cancer, the mitochondria are decalcified. They can't spin. They can't make ATP. That's why there's no energy. That's why the oxygen goes down. And when you become deprived 30% to 35% oxygen for more than 3 days, bam, welcome, here it is. They call it cancer. We call it stage 4 inflammation. Go ahead, Debbie.
Yeah, no, he's been, this has been since, the end of June. I've been working with him, and I sit down with him in front of the Cellsonic, and he absolutely just lays in my lap and lets me, proceed with the pulses with him. It's kind of funny when I do the back of his head, every time he kind of has like a little sneeze, which is interesting because, you just notice certain things that it makes them do. But I come down, I do his spine, I do all around, the adrenals, the kidneys, I flip them over, and this is all on different days. We don't do everything all at the same time. We spread it out, and then we do the non-surgical. I follow up, before and after with the non-surgical too. I work on his spine.
Everybody, that's where Debbie uses her elbow like a fine surgical tool, just pulling the beef jerky scar tissue that makes you feel old, your pets feel old, creates blocks, which creates swelling, which creates pain, which creates inflammation, which creates stiffness in the body. That's why you feel old. That's why Emmett was feeling old. Get rid of the scar tissue, bring up the vibration, bring up the electricity, and we're young again, and you better get it. Yeah, somebody's asking, go to B as in boy, H as in Harry, N as in Norman. That's BraveHeart Nation, just the capitals, BHN, powerpack.com, and you'll find out all about the Cellsonic, everyone. Go ahead, Deb.
So, along with the Cellsonic, we did up his nutraceuticals, and we had him up to 4 critical shrooms a day.
They're called thunder shrooms, right? Critical care thunder shrooms, right?
Thunder shrooms, yes.
Yeah.
So he's on that. He is on the C60. He is also on Ocean Essentials. He takes Sinonian minerals. He takes the Ormus minerals. He gets Detox tea in his food twice a day. He gets black gold. in his food, he drinks the Black Diamond and his bowl of water. Am I missing anything?
No, you did really great.
Yeah.
But what? So everybody, as you can tell, this is a dog that they said you might just want to put it down or it needs surgery. So take a look. She's got him right there. How's he looking? And how's he? Is he still jumping and playing? And is he back to normal?
We were out for a walk, and I videotaped him. So I have a video if anybody wants to see it.
Can you send me the video, Debbie? Send me the video, and we'll add it to this. Okay.
Okay. He's walking down the street. It might have been 2 days ago now. So I think it might have been September 2nd. So, I walk every night with these guys, and my big dog was in the cart, and he was out just moving right along, just trucking. I mean, just like he's on a mission. He's just going on. He's a small dog. He's not meant to walk long distances, but he can go to like still 3/4 to a mile. This morning he did probably over a half a mile, just in the morning walk. So he's just doing great, but as time was moving on, and I was researching his condition, because these little ones get these adrenal problems where they look at Cushing's also. I don't know if you want to mention Cushing's.
Well, no, not necessarily, because I believe that it's just malnutrition and toxemia due to jammed up bowels that actually back up onto the liver and the kidneys. End of story. So you can give as many different diseases as you want, but the large intestine is the domino that falls that causes everything else to happen. And then the personality is the totality along with the diet of what disease you're going to get.
Right. So, through, doing all this stuff, my brain started thinking, well, we do coffee enemas. Why am I not doing a coffee enema, the ultimate coffee enema, by the way? Why am I not doing an ultimate coffee enema on Emmett? So I started researching that, and then me and you discussed it, and I started doing the ultimate coffee enema on Emmett.
Can you tell them what it is? So Emmett's only 14 pounds now, everyone, and understand something.
11 pounds.
11 pounds now. Okay, so he's 11 pounds. So understand something, everybody. As you treat yourself, you should treat your pet. But didn't you notice that's what people do? They go to medical doctors and take drugs, and they take their pets to the doctors to get drugs too.
Yes. So, I had to do a research on my own. You look it up by the weight, and you figure out how many cc's. I mean, it's online to do any enema, whether it's a coffee or warm water enema. You would do the amount of cc's. So I do between 1 and 2 ounces of fluid, which is 30 to 60 cc's with him. So I just found that it was just a great, I could just see even after the coffee enemas, his fur was even healing up faster, just clearing out the liver. And it was just, I just see amazing things with the ultimate coffee enema. It's great. With everything combined.
So Debbie, I own a dog. I love my dog. So what's your phone number if I want to get a consult from you and get a perfect day nutrition and diet for my dog? How am I going to do that?
So I'm here in Stuart, Florida, and our website is stuarthealthandhealing.com, and my phone number is 305-342-9559, and my email is dswain, SWAIN, 1202 @att.net. And right now, I am working with a lady who did see one of our videos.
Yeah, can you hold on for 1 second, Deb? I just wanted to say this, everyone. If you've got your pets on C60 and black gold, okay, and daily cleansing tea, there is no parasites. There is no heavy metals. There is no fungus in your pets, understand, and you just use small dosages every day. You can either keep on running to the rescue, or you can create the perfect day for yourself and your pet and not have to go anywhere to see anyone to get any checkups, because you're checking up on yourself with a perfect day. Check up my butt, won't you? No, it's my checkup. I did really good this year. Now I'm going to worry all the way till next year. Then when they give me a good checkup, I'll be just fine again. And what about cats? You can do the same thing with cats, everyone. It doesn't matter. Cats, dogs, horses, humans, our products work on everyone. This is not me trying to be a marketing maniac. I'm trying to tell you, I have the best products in the world. 40 years, and I make sure of it. I will come up against anybody else that carries humic fulvic, that carries C60, that carries iodine, that carries any type of multi-mineral. And I'm telling you right now, I have no problem being challenged. Rami, what do you want to say?
I just want to say
Speak
that.
loud, Blue.
Yes. For the kids, my kids, my husband, my dog, and myself, my Kirby and myself, we take the same nutraceuticals every day, and my kids are so healthy. My dog, my husband that travels, so it's just amazing. So they are the best, and they're so healing. So yeah.
So just know that if you're in Texas, you want to come to Rami, because Rami does all the same type of things as Debbie does, and she's in Florida. Okay, Debbie, go ahead. Why don't you tell us about? Also, you also give your dog structured water from the structured water unit.
Yes, yes. Always, well, my house is structured, so all the water that comes out is structured, which is a beautiful thing. So all the clothes get washed in it. Anytime I go swimming, we structure the pool. Everything is structured. So basically, after someone was watching, they got in contact with me, and they have a 7-pound Yorkie, which is soon to be like 15 years old.
Wow.
And so this Yorkie is a little boy, and he has a high level of BUN, which is the test they run for kidney functions. So the creatinine level is normal, but the BUN is elevated. And I guess this dog has run a high BUN for a good portion of time right now. But the test showed that it's the highest it's ever been. So she's very worried, and this is her little fur baby. And so we started talking, and basically it was pretty easy to determine that her dog is very, very constipated, because every time the dog goes out, they ask each other, her and her husband, well, did he go? And it's just like he puts out like a little pebble.
Oh no.
Can I say something, Debbie? Just so you know this, everyone. 98% of all cats and dogs problems all stem from a bowel problem, and you can take that to the bank. So go ahead, drug the hell out of them. Take them, get them checked up, freak out if you'd like, or you can get them on daily cleansing tea, structured water, black gold in their food, black diamond in their water, and you're off to the races. And a little bit of C60 mixed in with the food as well, and you're going to find out.
Sinonian minerals.
Sinonian minerals are the strongest multi that you can do for a human and a pet.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Debbie.
So she had found you a few weeks before, so she had ordered some of the products, and so she was starting to, give the dog some things. And, she's a couple hours away from me, so she is going to come do a celsonic treatment with the dog, but we got to get the bowels moving. We got to get this dog, where it's going to the bathroom like
Absolutely.
it should. So we talked about her doing the coffee enema, and it was interesting because she was, she was so afraid to do it. And I find with most people, they're, if they don't have any experience doing this, there's a hesitancy.
Fear.
It only took her one.
Fear is what stops everybody from doing things. Can I just answer a question here?
Yes.
About your cat has a heart murmur because your cat has the same problem as every other pet. That's acidity and a bowel problem. And I'm telling you that right now. If Tanya, all you got to do is just do the things we're talking about, or give Debbie a call, or you can give Rami a call, and they're going to tell you what they do with their pets. End of story. Okay, guys, we're already telling you what you can do. We kid you not. There's no harmful side effect. Anyways, tell us about the enema that you gave on this little dog.
So she, well, first of all, the best part is if you get the whole story, she actually is from California, moved over here, and was working with a holistic vet in California. And I guess she still keeps in contact. And she said, well, what do you think about a coffee enema for him? And she said, absolutely not. That was the holistic vet's response. Okay?
All right.
But she watched my video and the results that I'm having with Emmett, which we still, you know, healing is it's not something that's just going to happen overnight. We work day in and day out to get Emmett from 14 years of, you know, bad things that he's taken in. So it doesn't happen in a month. It doesn't, you know, we're going to be working a little bit of time with him and keeping him on the products. And continually, you know, doing coffee enemas here and there, you know, once I get this under control. But she finally got, you know, I sat on the phone with her and got her to do it. And she was all nervous, and she texted me, you know, the dog is panting and he's laying there. And I'm like, just relax. You know, and I try to explain to people, you know, dogs pick up on your energy. Yeah. So when you're nervous, they're nervous. So you need to calm down and, you know that, you know, they need to know that you have this, that you can do this. And within a couple more minutes, you should have seen the load that came out of this dog. You know, this is a 7-pound dog, and there was a huge pile of poo on the grass. So, you know, she was a little bit more relaxed. We talked about, you know, continuing this daily. And so she's actually gotten to the point where the dog, in the beginning, the dog like even scratched her husband. Now the dog is very relaxed. She's doing this daily right now with him. He's still, well, he is so backed out. He is pooping out like, I mean, every day.
You know, I'm just going to say this, no offense, but you holistic vets.
Nothing like talking about poop, right?
Yeah, but you holistic vets, you have your head up your ass so far that guess what? You can't see the light of day. And that's the reality. So you know what? They don't even know what they're talking about. And the reality is God loved them anyway. They're programmed. But I'm going to tell you another story, Debbie. And this is a gentleman, and he has a little Shih Tzu. And what he did is he did the Marigen. And because the Shih Tzu was 10 pounds, he went and took 1/10 of a teaspoon. Okay, he took 1/10 of a teaspoon. No, 1/15 of a teaspoon of Marigen, and he did it 4 times a day. And he actually mixed it with 1 ounce of water and put it in a syringe and put it down the dog's throat. And the dog had cancer throughout its whole body. And I hope you know that that dog was only supposed to live for days, and that was 2 years ago. Yeah, so you can do that with Marigen. It's easy. And because, especially with the smaller dogs, you just go, if your dog is 150 pounds, I mean, if the average adult dose is 150 pounds for 1 teaspoon with Marigen, and the dog was 10 pounds, that's 1/15 of a teaspoon. Mm-hmm. And because it's 16 ounces of water, he only used 1 ounce and I think 1 1/4 ounces, 1 1/2 ounces of water. And he did that 4 times a day. Wow. Turned the dog around in just like about 6 days. That's amazing. Now, I don't say it was all gone because he kept the dog on that for a year. Mm-hmm. Okay? Now he only does it once a day with the Marigen. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, yeah.
So the dog already has changed in the behavior where the dog has not jumped up on the couch in over a year, and the dog has now been jumping up on the couch. And also, she told me that the dog's breath was really, really bad. And now she notices a big change, that his breath is not as bad.
And it will go away, and that's halitosis, and that's the encrusted waste that's actually in the tissues of that dog's bowel, okay, that are in the tissues. When the tissues of the bowel are cleaned and it becomes more toned, no more bad breath. Hot air rises. This isn't from something the dog ate yesterday. This is something the dog ate years ago that's rotting inside of him. Wake up, everybody.
Yeah.
Humans
Some
are the
of them
same as
poop.
pets.
Yeah, some of the poop, the pictures she's showing me are brown, and then she sent me one that was black. She says, "Why is it black?" I said,
Because it's
"That's
coal.
Huh?
Because it's like coal. It's been well aged.
Right, and that's what I told her. I said, that's all the stuff coming out of your dog that's been sitting on the sides of its intestines. So it's the old poop that's coming out. And we even have that with Emmett right now. I noticed on his poop, he had a nice brown poop, and then some of it is dark, black and stuff.
It's called
So,
castings. It's called castings, and it'll go on for months. He'll have great poop, and then all of a sudden, something will come out that smells like death, and he'll have worms come out. And understand something, you can't have halitosis, whether you're a human or a dog, and not have worms. And you do know that 99 out of 100 people today have worms because of our terrible stinking thinking and our rotten diet. We're rotten to the core. Okay.
So she's following up this week with another blood test because they had her come back. They're having her come back in to do another blood test. So it'll be interesting to see.
I think it's too
what's
soon,
going
Debbie.
on.
It's too soon. If you try to think about this.
Yeah.
If she goes in, they might say that the dog is on its deathbed because she's stirring up all the waste and she's detoxifying it. And veterinarians and medical doctors don't understand. And the best thing is not to go in for at least 6 weeks and do the cleansing program. And then when they go in, they'll go, well, we need to do another blood test because we must have made a mistake. This must be some other dog that's healed. Yeah, you watch.
I'll
Happens all the
I'll
time.
let her know about
She's
that.
going too soon, so... Okay, so you know she's going to freak out when the vet goes, well, we tested the blood, and your dog is going to die. Okay, so everything's a drama. Okay.
Yeah. So, it's just the level of activity is just better. Everything is looking better. The dog is pooping, pooping without the enemas. I've also had her do a warm water enema with tummy love to get some of this blockage out
Beautiful.
of here.
Beautiful.
And so we're trying to hit it from all angles. I said we need to get the coffee enema in his intestine when he doesn't have a full intestine. We really need to get him clear.
Yeah.
The amount of crap coming out of this dog is just...
tummy...
7 pounds. The dog is tiny.
Yeah, the warm water, the tummy love, and having it structured water. And I would probably do every other day. I would do tummy love today, and then the ultimate coffee enema tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so it's an interesting journey when, you end up with things that happen to your little fur babies, and then you realize that they are no different than us, and, don't let anybody tell you anything. Let me go back to Emmett real quick, because...
Yeah, go.
When he did go in the vet, and they did give him the 1 dose when he was in the emergency clinic, that 1 dose of antibiotic, and then they checked on they did a culture and sensitivity of his urine. They called me like 5 or 6 days later, and they told me, you need to come pick up antibiotics. Emmett has a urinary tract infection. And I said, no, he doesn't. See, people just want to tell you what they read on this report, and I said he absolutely does not. I can tell by his behavior. He's not peeing every 5 minutes. He's thriving. There's no signs that he has anything wrong with him. And so I said, just pass it on to my vet. So then my vet calls, And of course, he tells me, well, the test came back, and I said, the test is wrong. I said, I don't care what the test says. I know what my dog is. I said, I'll bring you a urine sample if you want to do another one. I'll clean catch another urine and we'll test it again. I said, but by no means are we sticking this dog on antibiotics. I said, he doesn't need it. And see, people have to have that ability to stand up and do what they know is right. This doctor is telling me that he has an infection, and I'm telling him, no, he doesn't. And he wants to actually stick a needle right into his bladder because he wants to do a culture and sensitivity. And I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely, you are not taking and jabbing this dog anywhere for anything. And that was back the first week of July, because that test came back, when he had been in the clinic the end of June. So when that test came back, and here we are, September, whatever it is, and this is the guy here sleeping on my shoulder who is deathly ill with cancer and going to die, and put him down as he sleeps peacefully, and he's so relaxed. This is, you just know. I mean, you have to become your own practitioner. You have to become, you have to become the leader to take control of the situation and not let these doctors or anybody bully you, and get out of the fear.
I'm going to tell you something right now, whether people want to hear this or not. But does anybody notice what they're doing to our children, what they're doing to adults, what they're doing to the elderly? They're not going to stop. They're going to go after our pets. I mean, there's an entity on this planet that lives off our suffering, and there's one good way to make you suffer, and that's go after your damn pets. And don't you tell me that these vets are highly educated. They're highly screwed over and schooled. Okay, they have the best intentions, but they're poisoning the pets, and that's it. That's it. Okay, they are, and that's it. Okay, all right. I'm not trying to come after them or make them look bad, but guess what? Between the V and talking about the antibiotics and all this other stuff, I mean, come on, everybody, wake up, wake up.
Yeah, everything, all of our systems are just totally against us.
They're against unconditional love and all of us loving each other and our pets, and that's it. Somebody's asking where to get the products. Go to store.docofdetox.com. But if you're in if you're in Stuart, Florida, or in that area, you already know you should be going to Debbie. Debbie, what's your phone number?
305-342-9559.
And what's the name of your clinic?
It's Stewart Health and Healing, and we have a website, stewarthealthandhealing.com.
And guess what, everybody? You might as well take your pet with you and get non-surgical. You can have that. You can have Cellsonic. You can go and get a Perfect Day diet for yourself and your pet. And, you can maybe do a 2-for-1 for your little Furby. Okay? And if you're in Texas, okay, around the Prosper area, just north of Dallas, right?
It's Dallas, North Dallas. It's in Salina, Texas. And my number is 214-549-3721. And I'm Romy. So anything you need here, we're here to help with. Cellsonic, non-surgical, nutraceuticals.
Same as Debbie. Mm-hmm. So we've got you covered in a few places. And anything else you'd like to say before we bring Kimberly on?
No, I think it's Kimberly's turn.
Hi, Kimberly.
Hi.
So go ahead, love.
I have a puppy too, and she's on all that stuff. But it was crazy because I've been around pets. I was raised on horses. We had dogs. We had squirrels. We had everything. And so I pretty much knew what I was supposed to do with Benzie. I've had 4 Yorkies, and now I have Benzie. She's less than 4 pounds, so she's a little tiny thing. But I have started, first of all, fresh and raw food. And if I'm eating something, I always always check to make sure it's okay for the dog. And so she'll eat a piece of watermelon or whatever I'm eating, which is really cool. I was trained and brainwashed that you don't give any dog food from the table, any people food, because then they won't eat their good food for them. So, anyways, I was brainwashed. I had no idea. So when I was with the girls at the last training in Stewart, I had Benzie with me, and they were all talking, and they were giving her some of their food. I'm like, she really does like that. And so
That was the salad. The salad.
She loved the salad, and I think it was the oil, like the olive oil, because I put the C60 on her food with the black diamond. Oh my goodness gracious! She thinks she's a princess when she gets to eat like that. Of course, she not black gold on her food, black diamond water, and of course it's structured water. And I've noticed a difference in her breath, how she smells, because she's only 5, so she's still pretty young and she's active. But yeah, I mean, if it's good for us, it's good for our fur babies. And hey, Dr. Wolf, do you have a bundle? Like a puppy or a fur baby bundle?
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you girls get together with me this week, and we'll put it together and we'll put it up online. How's that?
Yeah, because at least people can, just say, okay, I want that for my baby. So, anyhow, y'all, we're getting excited. 1 month, we're going to be in Bonita Springs, Florida. Dr. Wolf.
Yep. Can you hold on for 1 second, Kimberly? Also, if you guys are in Winnipeg, Tracy's there, and she does the same thing with pets and animals, and her phone number is 204-997-0304. Thanks, Tracy. We love you, girl. Okay, go ahead, Kimberly. What are we going to be doing?
Woohoo! We're going to be finding our BraveHeart and holding the line. So Dr. Wolf is going to do a free lecture September the 27th, which is a Wednesday.
In Bonita Springs. Bonita Springs at Crunch Fitness, everybody.
Yes, Crunch Fitness. We got a big place. It's going to be awesome. It's private. We've got the temperature control. So it's going to be set up really nice for everybody. So that's the month of October. Dr. Wolf, Dr. Sage Wolf, and then the Pelvic girls. I'm not exactly for sure who's coming for that as far as the trainers.
If I can say this, I'll be doing a night lecture, and then a few days later, I'll be doing what's called the Perfect Day, which is a 6-hour lecture, everyone, that's free. The lecture at night's free. The Perfect Day lecture, a day with the doc, is free. And you can come and check us out, and then we'll be doing the Whole Life Coach certification, which is 9 days, then the Wolf Non-Surgical certification, and then we'll be doing the 3-day Pelvic Women's Masterclass, Pelvic Restoration. And if you want information, you just got to go to bhnuniversity.com or braveheartnation.com. Go ahead, Kimberly.
Yes, and if y'all want to come to the free lecture or the day with the doc, y'all need to call me or text me because we got a lot of people coming. Even if you want to come to the training, we're getting full. I think we're almost at our limit. So if y'all want to do that,
we've got 4 more places in the Whole Life Coach and the Non-Surgical, and then we're full up and that's our last New World Practitioner training before the end of the year here, guys. It's the last one, okay? And then in the there's 6 more spots for the Woman's Pelvic course. So if you want to register for that, you can call Kimberly. Well, you're better off to call the 800 number or go to braveheartnation.com and you can register there. Or you can call Kimberly. She'll answer your questions. She's done all the courses, and she's the hostess with the mostest.
So,
Kimberly, how do they get in touch with you, sweetie?
yeah, okay, so my number is 248-931-3077, and my email is heal, HEAL, braveheart@gmail.com. Also, I want to tell you about Telegram. We have a special dedicated Telegram. It's It's called BH for BraveHeart, BH Bonita, Florida. And I've posted a lot of things. People have been asking about renting bicycles and
Okay, but
farmers market and
Kimberly, I think
all
it's
the-
Kimberly, it's BHN Bonita.
I think it's BH. It's only BH.
Is it only BH?
BH Bonita, Florida. That's the Telegram channel.
Okay, see, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'll be quiet.
Yes, you do. Anyways,
And don't forget, Kimberly, you also do non-surgical work for people, right?
yeah, I do non-surgical. I do Perfect Day. Also, the Cellsonic. Debbie's going to bring her Cellsonic.
We'll have-
our check. Going to be here the whole month with hers, and you're going to be able to schedule appointments with her. She's going to have a dedicated private space. So we need to fill up her schedule. So if anybody wants to come and you're in this area, or you're coming to training and you want to book an appointment, she's going to have her calendar ready. So, right? Is that what you're going to
Yes.
do? Okay.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to have a lot of healing going on.
You certainly are.
Physically.
And listen, don't be shy, everyone. You can bring your pets, okay? You can get a consult for your pets, or if you've got situations you want to come to the free lecture in Bonita or the Perfect Day, we'll be open to answer all your questions. We're there to support you, okay? And those of you, if you want to check us out and you're new here, just go to docofdetoxlibrary.com. It's the biggest self-care library in the world, okay? So even if you never come to us, never spend a penny, go to the library and I will teach you more about health than, I don't care if you are a medical doctor, naturopathic doctor, you're not going to get as much common sense from any of those courses as you're going to get from my library. And I know people don't like when I say that, but it's the God's truth. It's the biggest self-help library in the world, and it's free. Debbie, anything you want to say before we go?
Yes. It's going to be a lot of fun in October, and for those of you who are hesitating or, aren't sure, we did the training here in Stewart back in April, and I had a few people that hesitated, and I was like, come on, you need to do it, and they went ahead and did it, and no regrets. Learned the non-surgical, learned the Perfect Day, opened up their eyes to so much information, and it's just an amazing thing, everybody, that, when you really learn about how to love yourself and have the perfect day and get the non-surgical work done, the body feels amazing, the mind is amazing, and it's such an amazing overall thing. Don't wait. Get it done. The last one before the end of the year. You need to just go for it. And I've never met anybody so far that has regretted it. And they were on the fence. And I had like 3 people that were on the fence over here in April, and they went ahead and did it. And they're just loving life. So don't be shy. Sign up.
Thank you, Debbie.
We have people from all over coming. We have somebody coming from Budapest. So we got people from all
over the world.
Bonita, Florida. So you know what? If they can do it, you can do it. This is your chance, and it's your chance. You're going to learn how to hold the line for yourself and your family and your friends, and there's no words to describe. When you get in a room full of people and Dr. Wolf starts working around that circle, and in 2-3 days you start seeing these people totally transform before your eyes, no words can describe that. You have to experience it, and we just want to encourage you. We don't have the right words to do that, but come join us. You won't regret it.
Thank
Big time
you.
of your life.
Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you, Debbie. What would you like to say, Rami?
I just want to say thank you, and just go in the library, study, learn, and take your power back. It's amazing. it would change your life forever.
So what do you think, guys? 3, 2, 1.
We got this.
We got this. You got this, Bravehearts.
We got it.
Thanks for joining us. God bless everyone. Happy long weekend.